We gathered in the quiet stillness of a late morning in the small town of Milton before heading west toward Bald Eagle State Forest. After a quick fuel stop, the real journey began. We rolled through the historic factory-covered bridge, a timeless wooden 60-foot span built in 1880, which carried us over White Deer Creek, where we slowed just to listen. We followed the winding path of White Deer Pike for what would be the longest stretch of asphalt we touch all weekend. Then finally, the forest. We pulled into Mile Run recreational parking lot, aired down our tires, and shook off the last of the outside world. The trees welcomed us, the trail ahead called. Our first stop, a stunning unnamed vista, quiet, untouched, the perfect start. The trails waited, we were ready. Our first official trail of the weekend, Red Tongue Trail, a gentle introduction to the wild ahead. Just 2.7 miles long, this green-rated trail winds through tight brush and weaves around shallow water holes left behind by recent storms. The terrain is mild, but the forest feels alive. Muddy tracks, glistening leaves, and the scent of rain still hanging in the air. It's the perfect place to begin. From the eastern edge, Bald Eagle State Forest, we press forward, deeper into unknown and deeper into nature.
Repeat that? That's alright, it's been quiet.
As Red Tongue Trail fades behind us, we head southwest, rolling down well-groomed gravel forest roads, the canopy opening just enough to catch glimpses of the sky. A quick detour down Old Tea Springs Road brings us closer to the edge of the modern world. Then we cross over Route 80, a brief return to civilization just long enough to remind us how far we're heading from it. Beyond the overpass, the woods call us back, welcoming us into our next trail, the peaceful green stretch of Duncan Trail. Duncan Trail greets us with a reminder, not all green trails are gentle. Overgrown and narrow, this path hugs the hillside, with steep drop-offs lurking just beyond the driver's side tires. Precision matters here. Every inch counts. Though Duncan Trail isn't technical, it's far from smooth. Larger rocks and uneven ground ripple beneath our tires, just enough to wake up the suspension and get it moving. The trail flows with a natural rhythm, rising and falling as we crawl deeper into the forest. It's not a challenge, it's a warm-up. A subtle reminder that real adventure is still ahead. And here, in this wild corridor of green, we earn our stripes. Pennsylvania pinstripes. That first brush of trail-forged character down the side of your rig. A rite of passage. A badge of honor. we wrapped up Duncan Trail, or as I like to call it, Fern Gully. The prehistoric beauty still fresh in our mirrors. From there, it was back onto forest roads, winding our way through the endless green, chasing sunlight as it filtered through the canopy. By mid-afternoon, we reached our next stop, another quiet, unnamed vista perched above the trees. We pulled over, put the rigs in park, and took a moment. Snacks came out, cameras clicked, and the laughter of friends echoed in the hills. Out there, the trails are just part of the story. The rest is the stillness, the views, and the people you share them with. With our legs stretched, spirits lifted, and snacks devoured, we hit the trail once more. The forest roads carried us forward, smooth, winding, and serene, as we made our way to our first blue trail of the weekend, Paddy Mountain Trail. Driven east to west, this 4.3-mile route climbs over 1,200 feet, ascending to the summit of Paddy Mountain, a quiet giant raising 2,163 feet above sea level. From there, it drops back down nearly 430 feet, tracing the contours of the ridge. At first, it doesn't seem like much. The entrance sneaks up on you, a modest gravel road tucked between the trees. But then it begins. The road narrows, the gravel gives way to rock, and the climb starts. Steady, deliberate, pulling you higher with each turn of the tires. There's nothing too technical here, but this trail sets a tone, a reminder that the terrain is changing, and so is the pace of the adventure. We wrapped up Patty Mountain in the late afternoon with storm clouds gathering on the horizon. With rain looming, we made the call. It was time to head for camp. Our route took us down the stunning Cherry Run Road, winding alongside its namesake creek. The water danced beside us, framed by towering trees and moss-covered banks. Picture-perfect descent into the heart of the forest. We arrived just in time. 2 of us rushed to stake up our claim in the woods before the skies opened. I found my trees and hung my brand new Haven Safari tent. Something I'd been looking forward to putting to the test. Setup was a breeze once I found everything buried in the back of my rig. I inflated the true level mattress, crossed my fingers, and hoped for the best. That night, as the rain fell hard, sheets of water pounding the canopy above, my tent held strong. And the mattress? Let's just say, no human taco here. Warm, level, comfortable. A stormy night with nothing but peace inside the hammock.
Well, it is Saturday morning here at camp. It's about 6 a.m. I'm the only one up so far. That's pretty usual for me. Even on my days off, I can't sleep in. It started raining last night when we got into camp, so I didn't get to film anything really there. And we ended up having some pretty heavy rainstorms all night. Had my first night in my new Haven hammock tent. But of course, I forgot to bring the instructions on how to set it up, so I think I set the rain fly up wrong. I think I was supposed to splay it out a little bit more. I actually ended up attaching it to the bottom of the hammock, so the rain fly kind of dripped into the hammock all night. It wasn't terrible. It was warm, and that's all that really mattered. I was dry enough, so I'm gonna let that air out today, and hopefully that was just me being an idiot, and we can pretty much kind of see how it goes tonight. It actually was really comfortable. The lay flat situation of it is definitely not a gimmick. I ended up picking up the Safari version, which is a little heavier than their standard XL, which is perfectly fine for me because this is obviously just going to be going in the back of my 4Runner. I'm not backpacking with it. I don't have to worry about weight, saving any ounces here and there. But so far, as you can see, it's back there hung up. It's nice. Slept really well when I was dry. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and brush my teeth and make some coffee and walk around and wait for everybody else to wake up. I hope the YouTube Overland gods don't get mad at me for using instant coffee. Find out.
Dawn broke over camp, the trees dripping with the last remnants of the night's rain. We fired up breakfast, packed away the gear, and with the coffee still warm in our mugs, we set out to tackle the day. Our rigs turned east, towards the first trail of the morning, Sharpback Hollow. Stretching 4.5 miles, this blue trail greeted us with a proper wake-up call. The recent storms had worked their magic. Multiple deep mud holes now marked our path, hiding their depth beneath a slick layer of water and clay. This wasn't just a drive, it was a challenge. Each puddle asked a question, and each throttle push delivered an answer. The trail was alive, and we were here to meet it head-on.
That's a little deep on that passenger side at the end, so you're going to need to gut it a little. raining for the past few weeks up here in Bald Eagle State Forest, which was real nice because it got us a couple really good mud holes that we went through. Fortunately, there's too much canopy cover. I wasn't able to get a drone shot. I was hoping to get a following the trail, but that's all right. We'll keep pushing on, go to our next trail.
With Sharpback Hollow behind us and a fresh coat of mud to show for it, we turned south on Route 235. Pavement. Ugh. A few miles of blacktop took us to the tiny town of Laurelton, where we gave the trucks what they needed and grabbed a bite for ourselves. Fuel for the tanks, fuel for the soul. Then unfortunately, a few more miles of dreaded pavement. But soon, the trees returned, the road narrowed, and that familiar crunch of gravel welcomed us back. Next stop, Henstep Trail. Henstep Trail, a fitting name for this rugged 5-mile stretch. Each mile more rocky, each turn more narrow, each climb more demanding. The trail winds upward, and near the end, it throws down its real challenge. A series of large rock steps carved into the hillside like nature's own staircase. This was the only point in the entire trip where we crossed paths with another group. 2 beautifully built 3rd and 4th gen Forerunners out exploring the backwoods just like us. On a trail this tight, with steep inclines and few places to pass, timing is everything, and luck was on our side. As we rounded a bend, coming uphill, we spotted them just as they were pulling into one of the few rare pull-offs.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Without hesitation, they waved us
Thank
through
you.
with a smile and a thumbs up. A brief encounter, a shared understanding, and then we were back to our climb. Tires grabbed rock, suspension flexed, and we pressed onward deeper into the forest, one step closer to the summit.
Well, it's Sunday morning and I'm home from Bald Eagle. Finally got a good night's rest in my own bed. And now it's time for me to unload the truck, get it washed, and kind of look over everything, make sure everything's still nice and tight after all those trails. We ended up spending about 110 miles off-road within the past 2 days and had a great time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just wanted to take some time to say thank you for watching. I really appreciate every time you like, comment, and subscribe. I know it doesn't seem like much to you, but this has just kind of been a fun project that I've really enjoyed. So anytime I can share my adventures with anyone out there, it really means a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we wouldn't be an official Overlanding YouTube channel if we didn't have a sponsor. So our sponsor of the channel is actually my incredible wife, Maggie. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to do these videos. So I just want to take time out to thank her, let her know I love her and appreciate everything she does for me. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and follow along. We're hoping to have another adventure video out within the next few months. So thank you again, and hope you get out there and enjoy the adventure.